listen to me. And listen good, partner. I don't allow vandalism in my store! I bet you just get rock hard thinking about me at night.
No more games! Kill him!
Assuming direct control.
I spent 2 centuries searching for the platinum chip. It's my invention, my property, mine!
In that last instant, he will know that I have finally beaten him.
Fire in the hole!
It's fortified with what the world wants, what the world deserves.
It can't be.
Imagine an entire galaxy with no more me.
Be ready for death, Agent Thomas. It shall come. Visit him again.
How's it going, everybody? Oh my god, the desktop audio is too loud. I want to talk over it. This is a stream for educational purposes, and we are perfectly legally allowed to use the song Blue Moon. Now, it should fix after the cutscene in the opening. I tweaked it earlier. Alright, well, we're here. Dave's here. Myself and Dave in the audience. Dave's not here. And we're doing a more sensible stream this time. The Monday following the Arkham City, the Arkham City incident was really bad. Yeah, I know, Dave. It's the opening cutscene is not following my my sound settings, so I'm just gonna let it play out. I just wanted to not get flagged for Blue Moon playing. So enjoy the cutscene. I'll see you after.
War never changes. When atomic fire consumed the Earth, those who survived did so in great underground vaults. When they opened, their inhabitants set out across the ruins of the old world to build new societies, establishing villages, forming tribes. As decades passed, what had been the American Southwest united beneath the flag of the new California Republic, dedicated to old world values of democracy and the rule of law. As the Republic grew, so did its needs. Scouts spread east, seeking territory and wealth in the dry and merciless expanse of the Mojave Desert. They returned with tales of a city untouched by the warheads that had scorched the rest of the world, and a great wall spanning the Colorado River. The NCR mobilized its army and sent it east to occupy Hoover Dam and restore it to working condition. But across the Colorado, another society had arisen under a different flag. A vast army of slaves forged from the conquest of 86 tribes, Caesar's Legion. 4 years have passed since the Republic held the dam, just barely, against the Legion's onslaught. The Legion did not retreat. Across the river, it gathers strength. Campfires burn, training drums beat. Through it all, the New Vegas Strip has stayed open for business, under the control of its mysterious overseer, Mr. House, and his army of rehabilitated tribals and police robots. You are a courier, hired by the Mojave Express to deliver a package to the New Vegas Strip. What seemed like a simple delivery job has taken a turn for the worse.
You got what you were after, so pay up.
You're crying in the rain, Pally.
Guess who's waking up over here?
Time to cash out.
Will you get it over with?
Maybe cons kill people without looking them in the face. But I ain't a fink. Dig? You've made your last delivery, kid. Sorry you got twisted up in this scene. From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
Oh, gotta love stuff like that. Isn't it great having all the expansions so that the great moments of flow in the game end? He asked me to enjoy the opening cutscene, but I did not find it enjoyable. That guy's suit did not have nearly enough checkerboard. Okay, there we go. This audio is like correct, yeah.
Oh, easy there, easy.
It's so loud when I turn it on.
A couple of days now. Why don't you just relax?
I'm gonna have to turn it up for myself though.
Let's see what the damage is.
Which means things like this are gonna blow my ears out, but it's worth it.
Oh shoot! Almost!
Alright, what are we gonna name ourselves? Oh, I'm gonna name him Chang. Because he cannot die.
I can't say it.
Also, Dave, did you not enjoy it because it's Matthew Perry, and he's very clearly phoning it in for the entire game?
Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out. I take pride in my needlework, but you'd better tell me if I left anything out of place. How'd I do?
Alright, and then obviously I'm going to go for it. You know, when there's character creator stuff, but it's not like super in-depth, I always find I just end up making the same character every time. In Fallout New Vegas, I usually just end up making, where is he? Yeah, him. I just make him. I was wondering if I missed it. Bob, Neil, you were here right on time. You missed absolutely nothing. We're just jumping into it. I'll go into a little more depth. I was going to have the rules up, but I couldn't find a font that looked very New Vegas-y, and it was it's a little late, too. I just hate all these Bethesda games in general, but apparently this one was made by Obsidian. It was. The engine was made by Bethesda, so you get to enjoy that. But all the writing and some of the other elements in it were done by it. They added some gameplay features. He said... They like that, Dave. This is the old man gonna ask if you saw expansion pack notices while you're waking up. Now that's a real bad sign there, Chang. You might need to get your fucking head checked by a doctor who's not competent with me. Okay, is the volume good now? I mean, like, I have the voices bumped up, but everything else should be very quiet, because I realized even though I was plastered, I was still getting drowned out a lot during the Arkham shit show. Okay, well, we'll set up the character, and then when we have a slow moment, I'll start going over sort of like the rules for this challenge run I want to do. Volume's good to me. Alright, I'm going to take your word for it, but if anyone has a problem, don't be afraid to say it. This game is probably my favorite RPG of the kind. You and me both, Bob. This is my favorite game of all time. This and Paper Mario and the Thousand-Year Door are neck and neck. It's usually just whichever one I played most recently is my favorite. Alright, so we got... we'll do the basic rundown. Strength, would carry weight, melee damage, and then also in this game they have the element of...
I'm gonna use my computer to...
I forgot the drops are set to the arrow keys. Okay, I'm gonna unlock so they don't go off. Oh, okay. Sorry, we don't have any more Bane drops tonight. I did all Bane drops for the Arkham stream. I'm waiting for my dinners. How fucking late are you waiting? It's 9:30 here, and I'm like in like the latest part of America. I don't think anyone is later than us, or earliest part of America. It's later everywhere else. But yeah, strength. dictates mainly you'll use it for melee stuff, but then this game they're like, oh, we want to kind of balance it out. So
I'm gonna use.
Oh my god, it's still not. Oh my god.
I'm
Oh
gonna
god,
use
Jesus help me.
my computer.
The numlock didn't work. Okay, we're just gonna do this then. We're just gonna use the arrow keys. I found Bethesda's engine to be about the worst part of this game. Yeah, it is. It's definitely the worst part of this game. Their other games have other problems. This one has no other problems. It's just the engine. Strength. We're not going to go super heavy. I think we'll go with 4. There's a perk you can do to bump it up to 6. And if you're going for weapons, aside from really, really heavy stuff, 6 is the highest you'll need. So don't go super, super low, because then you won't really be able to use like anything aside from handguns effectively. Perception shows where enemies are on the radar. The way I had this challenge played out before, I didn't even have HUD. I'd had the HUD turned off, so I don't think I'll be using that. But it does affect a crit chance. Crits are pretty fucking good, especially if you're doing an energy weapon build. So I think I'm going to go for 6 to get the random crits thing. Endurance is going to be super handy since we're not using the main healing item of this game. And basically every even number 1 increases how much health you gain with each level. So if you're doing it for health, don't bother with an odd one. Either just bump it up or drop it down. So I think I'll go pretty hard, and I'll go for 8 in endurance. Charisma, still a dump stat. They used it to boost how your allies perform, and your allies are actually like really good and interesting and have their own plot lines in this game, as opposed to all other Bethesda games I've played. Intelligence, how much experience or how many skills you get to distribute when you level up. It was hugely overpowered in Fallout 3, and they toned it down in this, but it's still really, really helpful. I'm not going to go crazy with it. We'll bump up agility because it can help with stealth. Agility is for VATS, which I will not be using. VATS is the stop time and target body parts, which also got nerfed a lot in this game. It used to, people didn't kind of notice it like casual players. VATS used to make you pretty much invincible in Fallout 3. It had something like 80% damage reduction slapped to it. So it's like, if you were about to get slaughtered, you could like just take an impossible shot in VATS, and like if that super mutant sledgehammers your head, it's gonna do 8 damage instead of 80 or something like that. So it's like, yeah, it's crazy. Luck is good for crits, and then there's a pretty funny part where you can guess the password to like an advanced security system if you have a perfect 10 score later in the game. But other than that, luck isn't crazy good. So I think we have some extra stats around to throw. So I'm probably going to go for an extra strength. An extra we'll just be cheap and go for an extra intelligence. No. I'm going luck. Oh, also, Walking Disaster versus Walks on Water. These names are great. I have never even like paid attention to those. Damn, I would lose at a trivia night for some of these. What's the charm one? I kind of feel like those are probably going to be the best. Sub Brick. I like that for 1 intelligence. I've never done a low intelligence run of this game, so I'm gonna have to try that sometime too. Cult Leader. Yeah, all right. I like that. Okay, someone has to remind me to go get my girlfriend. She's eating cake on the bed, and she said I'm going to pass out and the dish is going to fall on the floor. So I think she can hang in there for a few more minutes, but all right, that looks like a good build.
Must be some frontal lobe damage. Well, we know.
And I can't read the next text she sent me.
But that don't mean them bullets didn't leave you.
Wes would have 10 charisma. Oh, for sure.
What do you say you take
Cult leader? I mean because he's charming. He's not a cult leader. This is not a cult. It's not a cult. He's just a charming guy. All right, should we do this part for real? I think we should do this part for real.
I'm gonna say a
word. I'm gonna cover up the text.
Say the first thing
and
that comes to mind. Dog.
Cat. All right, it's on there. See, the problem is I know these answers a lot, so I'm gonna do them right away.
House.
Shelter. Yeah, I know the first one. It's gonna be ruined. I rigged the game.
Night.
Dark. I guess Shroud would be the best.
Bandit.
Jerk. Oh. They're all like ways to deal with the bandit. This guy's a real jerk. Just stab him. We'll stab him.
Light.
Dark. Yeah.
Mother.
Fucker. Human shield. Yeah, there we go. Real class act there.
Sometimes when you give tests like this, you learn more than you was hoping for, and I reckon that ain't always the best thing. But I guess maybe it explains...
If charisma's tied to looks, they haven't and will never implement a things being tied to looks feature in a Bethesda game, because everyone looks fucking horrible.
Conflict just ain't in my
nature. I don't need to cover these up. Conflict is not my nature. I would say disagree.
I ain't given to relying on others for support.
Yeah.
I'm always fixing to be the center of attention.
Why do you think I'm streaming right now?
I'm slow to embrace new ideas.
Yeah.
I charge in to deal with my problems head on.
Yeah.
Almost done here. What do you say you have a look at this?
I'm gonna do my true answers, then I'll read theirs. So it looks like 2 piranha plants tied at the middle, which I guess the closest thing would be an angry 2-headed ant. Hey.
Okay. How about this one?
Looks like a big old laser pistol. Space age technology.
Last one.
2 bears high-fiving. A beard? No, it doesn't look like any of these. Why did they put all these? I mean, I guess a mushroom cloud, but I feel like that's just for thematic reasons. I guess a bearded man. It doesn't look like any of them, though.
She wrote. I don't have nothing to compare it to, so maybe you'd better just have a look at the results.
Old man, I feel uncomfortable talking to you in my underwear. Yeah, try playing as a female character. Alright, 1 second. Almost. Okay. I'm back. Alright, yeah, I had to get the bed cake, and then I had to, fix the chat. The chat stopped showing up on my other screen. Alright, what are we going for? Well, I guess I could give you guys, I don't know if you need it, the quick rundown of the skills. Barter gives you... we'll get to him eventually. What in the goddamn? You'll know it when it's coming. Barter, never really go with. Part of the rules for this challenge run, which we'll get into. We're doing like a lot of shit to like. There's a lot of ways you can break this game. So we're not gonna do that. Dave's up for hearing the rundown, so everyone is stuck with it now. We're getting the rundown. If I miss something, then you can enjoy, as I would if someone else were playing this and I was watching, spurging out in the comments and being autistic and being like, I know, no, you forgot about how you can use it in this way to do that, because like, I'm all about that shit, especially with this game, so I'm going to try and hit the key details, but if I miss something, you feel free to roast me, because I'm building myself up as the New Vegas guy. Alright, so Barter functions a lot like a speech check system, and in this game, speech checks are not luck-based, or if you get this perk and this perk it'll work. It is just a flat number where it's like, to convince this guy you need 50 speech, and you know you need 50. If you don't get it, you can't do that, and instead you get a dick line of dialogue that you can use, which is pretty funny. Barter has some of those. They're usually at the same time as speech, so it's kind of like an either-or thing. It's not really worth as much to invest in both of them. It also gives you better prices with merchants. That'd be pretty handy on a first playthrough, and pretty handy if you didn't have the expansions. I'll go over the expansions in a bit, but I think that the first act of New Vegas is actually really, really hard if you're just playing the flat base game, but some of the expansions give you so much gear right at the beginning that it just becomes like, kind of just like a walk in the park, and it's more about like, oh, I'm seeing the story and stuff, which is fine, but I will not be doing that, obviously. We're going to dump all our pockets out right on Doc Mitchell's fucking doorstep. Energy weapons. very good crit weapons, good accuracy, high ammo capacity. The problem with them is there is pretty much no variety to them. The only real variety, they're basically all like semi-automatic, long-range weapons. And then there's a few that kind of function as shotguns, sort of like a little close range, but they still have the same tenets to them. But there's not a lot of variety in that. The only variety you get is really the flamethrowers are tied to energy weapons now, and the flamethrowers can be completely broken if you do a certain set of perks, which like ridiculously boost fire weapon damage, because they're one of like 2 fire weapons in the whole game. So energy weapons is it's pretty fun if you've already played through the game before and you want to shake it up. I wouldn't recommend it on a first playthrough, and if you're doing a no expansions playthrough, really don't go for energy weapons, because they're very hard to find until you get to New Vegas, which on your first playthrough will take you a long time. Explosives is tremendously fun, especially if you're using VATS, because thrown explosives are really hard to aim, but in VATS, they're super accurate a lot of the time, and even if you whiff it, you'll get some splash damage. Don't use it if you're doing the hardcore mode, which we won't be, because it's tedious and not fun, as opposed to my rules, which are tedious and fun. And basically, the problem with it is the hardcore mode makes ammo have weight. If you're using machine guns and pistols and sniper rifles and energy weapons, it's not a problem. If you're using a rocket launcher and every rocket weighs as much as like 2 guns, it's like complete shit. Like you just basically playing hardcore mode just says I'm not going to use explosives. Guns have a lot more variety than energy weapons because they have a lot more mods, different rates of fire. Especially in the early game, the shitty ones have a lot more variety. Like energy weapons, you're pretty much locked into like the same 2 shitty energy weapons until you get to open up the world and get some money. Whereas guns, there's a lot of different like single shot shotguns and shitty little pistols and stuff, and it's kind of fun when you're like slumming it in the early game. Hello? Good night. I love you. Lockpick cuts you off at, I think it's 10, 25, or it's 0 maybe, 25, 50, intervals of 25, just basically just the cutoffs at 25 if you can break locks or not. Medicine affects how much you can heal, but there's also a lot of story relevant like speech check sort of things where it's like, oh, if your character has a 70 medicine, you'll be able to like take a separate path in this plot line because my character knows this medical thing and would know we need to get this part for this robot that can fix him up and stuff. So it's pretty interesting. Melee weapons, it's just a good fun run. You don't have to worry about ammo. And then there's the more so than ranged weapons, explosives and melee weapons and unarmed are very like perk focused, where you really earn some perks that you're like, that's gonna fuck shit up as soon as I unlock it. Repair is super handy. Not as much so. Wait, maybe I have that backward. Oh, not as much so as in Fallout 3, because Fallout 3 it determined the maximum amount you could repair weapons, whereas this one it's just how much you repair weapons. So in Fallout 3, it's like if you don't have a repair of 100, your gear will always be like halfway broken down. Whereas this one, it's like if you have a low repair, it just means you'll need to use more weapons to repair yours. Science is exactly the same as lockpick, except for with computer terminals. And it's sort of like the barter speech thing. Science, there are less terminals than there are locks to pick, but also it has more speech check elements. Can you do a full pacifist run? Yes, no. You can do it of this game. Have I ever done it? No. Particularly, actually, no, I take that back. You can beat the game without the game telling you that you've killed anyone, but every single course of action to beat the game. So there's 4 factions. Well, I'll finish up here. I'll be quicker and then I'll tell you about that. Okay, science. Yeah, there's more speech checks but less terminals to hack. So choose between that and lockpick, or not to do both. Sneak. You know what sneak is. Speech, same as barter, just to pass speech checks. No other uses at all. No test perk as far as I can tell. Fucking nothing. There's like 1 perk to scare people, but yeah. No death melee is super hardcore. We're not going to do a no-death melee. That would be pretty... Maybe we could. You know? You could, especially the early game would be a lot easier doing a no-death melee, so we might try it. Survival. is basically food related. It's a new skill for New Vegas. They dropped it after because it was completely fucking worthless. It's basically just food items heal you more, as opposed to stimpacks. Totally shit. I've maxed it out to get an achievement. Never had fun using survival, and they threw like 1 or 2 shitty little speech checks for you. Oh, you got survival, and then unarmed. It's like equally viable to melee weapons, but the unarmed weapons are just a little bit more creative, so I had a lot of fun with it. It does kind of rely on you knowing where to find them, though, because they're a lot more rare, but you can break the game very early if you know where to find a certain set of like perfect condition spiked brass knuckles, which shows, well, I'll show you where it is, but it's pretty early on. So I think we're going to tag... Are you going to play as a stealth archer? No. Stealth is really not worth it in the fall. Yeah, because like... playing as anything other than the stealth archer in Skyrim is pointless. Oh, god damn it. Okay, I have to go turn off the heat for my girlfriend because she turned it on and then it immediately got too hot. Okay, I'm back. Alright. Maybe we should just beat the fuck out of people with pipes. I probably want to reset my special then. Nah, we'll do some guns. We'll just do some guns, like a bunch of plebs. Repair, speech. Dude, easy peasy. That's what I'm going for. That's like the classic loadout.
Before
Classic,
I turn
baby.
you loose, I need
Classic.
one more thing from you. I got a form for you to fill out so I can get a sense of your medical history.
Oh, but yeah, so...
Just a formality. Ain't like I expect to find you got a family history of getting shot in the head.
Well, I do, Doc Mitchell, but thanks for being insensitive. Okay, I'm not going to go over all these, especially because the expansions add more, so there's a lot. Almost every run, you will want good-natured. Good-natured boosts almost all of the non-combat skills, but reduces all of the combat skills. Odds are you're probably going to be using more non-combat skills than combat skills. You'll probably pick one. No deaths melee. I think people want the no deaths melee. We'll get a chance to respec our character as we're leaving town. If the yays have it, we'll no deaths melee. We'll go for it. It does sound pretty fun, actually. I mean, I have another. My gun spec is going to be hard too. So yeah, go for good and natured. I don't think I'm going to go for anything else. Built to destroy is kind of handy. We have good repair, so yeah, I'll go built to destroy too. But yeah, so as far as a pacifist run of this game,
come with me. I'll see you out.
There's 3 factions, and then the dick move to not choose a faction at all. I think it's a dick move because it's like, it's the laziest, it's the easiest way to win the game too, because you can just abandon every quest at your own leisure. I mean, I like that they left it in. What determines those initial skill points? It's based on the special, yeah. And then, no, the personality questions are just to automatically fill in 3 skills at the end of the test. It doesn't affect your skills, how you answer. It's not, they're not trying to trick you like Kingdom Hearts.
When he was brought in. I hope you don't mind, but I gave the note a look. I thought it might help me find a next of kin. But it was just something about a platinum chip. Well, if you're heading back out there, you ought to have this. They call it a Pip-Boy. I grew up in one of them vaults they made before the war. We all got one. Ain't much use to me now, but you might want such a thing after what you've been through. I know what it's like having something taken from you. And put this on too, so the locals
because he lost his hair
for lacking modesty. Never was much my style anyway.
Got him. Thanks for patching me up, Doc.
Don't mention it. It's what I'm here for. You should talk to Sunny Smiles before you leave town. She can help you learn to fend for yourself in the desert. She'll likely be at the saloon. I reckon some of the other folks at the saloon might be able to help you out too. And the metal fella, Victor, who pulled you out of your grave. Anyway, you ever get hurt out there, you come right back. I'll fix you up. But try not to get killed anymore.
Alright, we're not going to do hardcore mode. All it does is add status debuffs if you don't eat, drink, and sleep. I'm just going to be doing it, like, as just part of the game, like, just to roleplay. And then it also makes, like, limb damage and easier to get, which is just kind of, like, makes it so your walk speed might get crippled. It's not fun to do hardcore mode. It doesn't feel engaging to do it. It just feels like a chore. It's much better to just get mods or invent your own rules. So, no. We already got... Oh, yeah, I have all the achievements for this game. I just thought I'd show that really quick. Yeah, I won 100 Hands of Caravan. Yeah, I figured out how to do that. Do I remember how to do it now? No, I don't. Before we leave Doc Mitchell's house, we're going to poke around here. This is a thing that's pretty easy to miss, but you can already start putting some of your skills to the test. And then after I do that, I will explain the base rules of this game here. And then I'll finally get around to explain. I'm trying not to get killed anymore. This ain't Dark Souls here. No, every time... if it was Dark Souls, I would have already killed him already, because that dude who breaks you out of the prison, I never sit through his spiel. I just kill that guy. Sorry if you like him. But, so yeah, we can repair this machine gun if we have a high enough repair. We now have a 9mm machine gun. You can mess with the chemistry set. Well, we're going to make some drugs because we can't make... Okay, so that... Let's get spammed. And while we're doing that, we're going to get spammed now by all the DLC. Stealing from the doctor who saved your life. Hey, all I did was make some drugs with some common household items he had lying around his house, and I fixed his broken gun. I'm sure he meant for me to have it. But yeah, actually, all of his stuff is marked as not property. So... yeah, you can just take all this shit. And it still is. You can go back in there and take it. So the rules of this. The obvious one. If I die, this character is over. Stream ends. Finito. I will not be using stimpacks, super stimpacks, and I will also not be doing the cheesy thing where sodas actually heal you a lot, but just very, very slowly, so you can, like, neck a bunch of soda and then wait for an hour and to get a full heal. Not doing that. We're not doing any cheesy things like that. The way we're healing is going to doctors, or at the end of the day, we're going to find a bed and sleep. I'm going to try and resist fast traveling, but if you guys hate that, we're not going to do it. For the first stretch of the game, there's no other option. Actually, no. We're not going to do that. Maybe. You guys let me know. If it's too... I like doing it with no fast travel. If you guys hate it... Because it's like, it's fun when you're put into some danger and it's like, oh... But we'll go get this, I'll show you where this hidden thing is while we're at it. No, I won't, because there's enemies up there and we don't have a weapon. Oh yeah, I did the soda thing all the time. Yeah, Bob. It's pretty cheap. I didn't know about it for a while, and then when I was grinding for star caps, I went for that. Also, this place is real, and it was on an episode of Ghost Hunters. And it's funny, because, like, in Ghost Hunters, they try and make this look like dun 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 dun, scary place. But every time I see it, I'm just like, oh, it's like the nice starting town in the game in my favorite video game. I'm very comfy watching this episode of Ghost Adventures. The other rules. Now we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of it. Okay. I will not be selling items to anyone unless I'm selling drugs to a drug dealer. I feel like that's not immersion breaking at all. I always thought it was weird when you could just sell random crap to anyone. Even in a trader economy like this, you usually just sell the useless stuff. We will not be selling items. We will not be using stimpacks or selling stimpacks, which would be valuable items we're not going to use. Yeah, are you ready for first-person Death Stranding? Because I'm not using fast travel. No, that's exactly what I want to avoid. It's fun for me when I'm worried, like, oh, I'm at 2 health, and I think I'm safe on this trip back here, but I might get shot. That sounds fucking horrible, so we'll probably not be doing that. But, of course, you have to discover every location before you can fast travel. So for the first part, we'll be walking anyways. We'll be hoofing it. And then, the last thing I was going to do is I'm going to... Well, first I'm going to drop all these starter items. But we will not be... basically, I wanted to limit my inventory to a melee weapon, a sidearm, a main firearm, and 5 explosive or thrown weapons. Keep it simple. So, this would be our starting weapon normally. You go in there. This we got for repairs. Bonus thing, bonus thing, bonus thing, bonus thing, bonus... bonus. Apparel, I'm actually going to go with the leather armor, even though it's a bonus thing, because I like it better than the idea that just for no reason your character who was not raised in the vault has to start in a vault suit because it's a Fallout game. So yeah, no, we're not doing that. Not doing that. No doctor's bag. We made those drugs. No stimpacks. No super stimpacks. No weapon repair kits. No bleak venom, as if I would ever remember to use that. We just don't want the text to show up. And ammo. We were not supposed to start with those grenades. Or the 10mm rounds. Death Stranding does have fast travel, but you can't bring any of the gear with you. If you could do that, it would break the game, and deliveries could be made in seconds. Yeah. Wow. I mean, it does just sound terrible. Wait, so... But it's not the zip lines, which totally break the game.
Cheyenne, stay.
And allow you to make deliveries in
Don't worry.
minutes.
She won't bite unless I tell her to.
Show their tits!
Doc Mitchell said you could teach me to survive in the desert.
Yeah, I guess there's a thing or two I could show you. Sounds like you need all the help you can get after what they done to you. Meet me outside, behind the saloon.
Well, can you tell me about super stimpacks and what makes a debuff worth it? I don't know if there's a debuff. I actually haven't used them a ton. All I know is that in addition to healing you, it increases your maximum health. At least if I remember it correctly. If you could tell me what the debuff was. Oh, I'm removing a rule I had before. Oh, the other thing I was going to do is just try and have my character eat and drink and go to bed at night. Like, just find a shelter. But with the no fast travel, I'm like, we'll go with it when it's convenient for role-playing purposes. Otherwise... but yeah, I used to play with no HUD. I'm going to bring the HUD back, just because I like just not knowing how in danger my character's health was. Because I wasn't going to be healing anyways until I got to a shelter. So it was, but then I found myself, like, obsessively checking a lot.
Take this and try to hit a couple of them.
Alright, Sonny, I will try to hit these bottles. Oh my god. Yeah. See, this is what they call when you're playing an RPG, so your character has a low skill and it doesn't have perfect accuracy right away.
To learn to fight sarsaparilla bottles. Tell you what, I gotta go chase geckos away from my water supply anyway. Darn critters are attracted to it.
You guys should do a Death Stranding drinking game. Take it from me, it's a... Okay, I'm in. We're gonna go here.
Follow me. It's just down to the southeast a short ways.
Alright. I'm gonna just drop this weapon. I don't want that. We want our main man. So, right now we have no melee, no thrown, but we have a sidearm and the 9mm pistol, and our main gun is the submachine gun. Although I guess they're kind of just sidearms. I'd be happy counting the 9mm as a sidearm. No, the zip lines are not fast travel. They're insanely good. However, the endgame deliveries basically require a truck. By the time you unlock zip lines, you don't get the chance to use them much. Oh, okay. I remember something called Super Stimpack Debuff. Or maybe I was just remembering it wrong. I'll look into that. I'm ashamed I don't know. Drink a monster whenever Norman Reedus drinks a monster. Does that happen a lot? I've listened to people playing the game, but I've never intensely watched the footage. I want to die less. You don't? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so as far as the pacifist run of this game, there are 4 possible endings. 3 of them require you to kill Mr. House. even though it doesn't technically count as a murder if you kill him in a specific way where basically like you cut off his life support system, even though it's not like he's like a dying person. If you cut it off, like effectively murdering him, then like you have to do that for every other option unless you side with him. And if you side with him, you have to kill every member of the Brotherhood of Steel.
Hear that up on the ridge behind me there?
So there's no way to do a true pacifist.
Bunch of little monsters is what they are. Seems like Doc Mitchell treats more gecko bites than anything else. Let's see if we can get a little closer. If we move quietly, we can get the jump on them. More likely to hit something vital that way.
Yes, Sonny. Let's see if we can get... Can you see her? You chug like 3 every time you get to a base, and you have a magic monster flask. Gotta harvest that pee. The only winning move is not to play. Rita's healing items, which basically Dark Souls Estus flask, is drinking a flask of monster. It's called a Monster Energy Drinking Flask or something. You take a sip from your refreshing vault monster canteen. Did I miss something? There's supposed to be... Oh, the shit. Yeah, they're gonna... I mean, they're really not gonna stand a chance against this gun. Even if it's kind of busted. Talk to Sonny, smile.
See? You're getting the hang of it. There's 2 more wells that still need clearing. You want, you can come along. It'd be worth a few caps to me.
Yeah, I'll come along.
Shouldn't take more than
Finch is gonna try and teach me about fucking survival.
Come with me.
Miss me with that shit, bitch. She's glitching out. She's stuttering. I promise it will get more interesting in 2 seconds. So we're just doing this tutorial so we can... There's no possible way to become idolized by this community unless you do the tutorial up to this point, because there's only like 2 things you can do to make them like you, which is the main side quest here. Like there's one big one for this area, and then it's saving this dumb fucking bitch who's like, please murder me, geckos, while I fight you with a hatchet. And where is she? There she is. Yeah, she's very prone to die if you don't go to save her.
You like that?
Get him. Get the last one. I'm running out of bullets, lady. I'm running out of bullets. I only have 5 bullets left.
Holy moly. If you hadn't come here like you done, I'd be a goner for sure.
Holy rusted metal,
Batman. Water, but here, you should have what I got. You look thirsty.
Ooh. Accepted. Folks have come to accept you for your helpful nature. So reputation in this game actually doesn't go down. You can only just get good and bad reputation that continues to go up, and then like they'll start dictating like, yeah, he blew up a bunch of our people, but also he helped us out with a lot of like deliveries and shit.
Here's a little spending money for the trouble. One more thing I wanted to show you. Thought I might teach you about living off the...
No, and tutorial.
Hey, do me. She'd be cross with me if I didn't ask you to
actual dialogue
and say hi. Howdy.
Sorry, I skipped actual dialogue. Okay, we're gonna go see Trudy, who runs the bar in Good Springs. So if you save her and then murder everyone, there actually is a quest to murder everyone here that we're about to be offered right now. I don't really want to do it. It just feels so awful, but I guess we could do it.
Nice. If you don't hand Ringo over soon, I'm going to get my friends and we're burning this town to the ground. Got it?
We'll keep that in mind. Now, if you're not going to buy something, get out.
Do you guys want to team up with Joe Cobb or with Trudy and Sunny Smiles?
Well, you've been causing quite a stir. Glad I finally got to meet you.
Listen to both
Welcome
sides.
to the Prospector Saloon.
I overheard your argument. What was that all about?
Looks like our little town got itself dragged into the middle of something we don't want anything to do with. About a week ago, this traitor, Ringo, comes into town. Survivor of an attack, he says. Bad men after him. Needs a place to hide. We figured he was just in shock, so we gave him a place to lie low. We didn't actually expect anyone to come after him.
So you're saying, in this world, Ringo is not the luckiest man in the world. Where's Ringo now?
He's holed up at the abandoned gas station up the hill.
Why don't we just fucking kill Cobb and be done with it?
You mean murder him? That's
I
not
said
our way.
murder him.
Even if
I
Cobb
said
is
kill.
scum, he can bluster and threaten all he wants.
Well done. It's important to hear both sides. Yeah, Jaguar God, for sure. Company bad. What are you gonna do, guys?
Some of the others, like Sonny, will probably stand up for Ringo if he asks for help, which he hasn't. Personally, I hope he sneaks out of town one night and takes the powder gangers with him.
Powder gangers?
Chain gangs, really. The NCR brought them in from California to work on the rail lines. Problem is, it turns out that giving convicts a bunch of dynamite and blasting powder isn't the best idea. It was a big escape not too long ago.
Work for the railroads.
Some of them stuck together so they could make trouble.
I don't think that was convicts. I think it was the Chinese. Alright, well, let's talk about something else.
Alright.
I don't need that. Trying to track down the people who attacked me. Give them a thank you card for making me think about life differently. Know anything about them?
Not much, other than they're a bunch of freeloaders who expected a few rounds on the house. I was able to get them to pay up, though. Of course, one of the great cons did knock my radio to the floor by accident, and it hasn't been working since.
I don't give a shit about your radio. Where'd they go?
They were having some kind of argument about it, but the guy in the checkered coat kept shushing them. Sounded like they came in from the north through Quarry Junction. If that's the case, I can't say I blame them for not wanting to go back.
Why's that?
That whole area is overrun with the kind of critters that just get mad if you shoot them. Merchants avoid that whole stretch of I-15 like it's radioactive, which it could be for all I know.
So where were they headed?
I didn't hear exactly.
Yes, Wes, you're onto something.
Fella wants to get there and avoid the 15, he'd have to go east. Take Highway 93 up.
Let me take a look at that broken-ass radio.
Sure, the outside looks okay, but I think something broke on the inside. There'd be caps
Ditto,
in for
sister.
You. I do like to hear what's going on in the world. And that Mr. New Vegas seems like such a gentleman.
He seems like a perv. Alright, yeah, well, that's what we're going to do there. So that's where they foreshadow, basically, the toughest random encounters in the game are if you want to go to New Vegas straight away. But you can also do it with the assistance of a couple stealth boys, which make you invincible. Not invincible. Invisible. There we go. Give me money.
Feeling thirsty?
Goddamn, lady. Get it together. Fix your radio.
Yeah, I heard it turn right back on after you got done tinkering with it. Here's some caps for the work.
That's all? I think you could afford to pay me a little more.
I could get another working radio with the caps I already gave you. Now, how about spending some of those caps right now?
Alright. Let's do this thing. Oh yeah, and I noticed, I think Dave pointed out, like, she has no problem with you walking right behind the bar. Don't tempt... Here's my bounty. Why doesn't this get me any fucking reputation? Yeah, don't tempt fate, because I know Bethesda has done that shit before, where it's like, you walk into this one room and everyone's like, "Stop! Where are you here? Exit the room, please!" And like, it's really just a super awkward system where it's like, after a character enters inappropriate area, give a warning. Wait 5 seconds. Every other character in the area, give a second warning. And then another 5 seconds. One last warning, then all of you suddenly attack them at the same time, and they're given a bounty. It's like, yeah.
That's
Dude.
close enough.
No.
Who are you?
No.
What do you want with me?
If you're gonna shoot, you best not miss.
Sorry about the gun. You just caught me off guard, that's all. We got off to a bad start. What say we start over with a friendly game of Caravan? You know how to play?
Sorry, I almost shot you. Would you like to play a hand of card game? I can teach you how to play it if you'd like. Do you know there's a man named Joe Cobb looking for you?
Yeah. He doesn't look very tough, though. I hear he's afraid I'll shoot him down from one of the windows when I see him. And he's right. I'll have a much bigger problem once his friends show up. There's no way I could handle all of them in a gunfight.
What are the rules of Caravan? Open a seemingly random door. Stop! You violated the law! What are you gonna do about those powder gangers, Mango?
I'm gonna lay low for as long as I can, assuming the town doesn't throw me to the wolves. I've got no chance against the gang on my own.
Puts a basket on Dave's head so he can't see me. Yeah, that was, I think Skyrim was when they're like, it'd be really immersive if they could only see you through the... Also, Skyrim was the one where, right up until a week before the game came out, chickens were able to report you for crimes. Like, they could witness a crime and then they'd go and tell a guard. You need a hired gun. I'm available, Ringo.
All I've got left on me are a handful of caps, but you get me out of this and I'll make sure the Crimson Caravan pays you back. You've got my word.
It'll have to do. What now?
We just end up sharing the same grave if it's just the two of us. Now, if some of the other people in town were also on board...
I'll ask around, see who I can round up.
Start with Sunny Smiles. She's been friendlier than most around here.
Dude, you think he likes her? You think he's got a little thing? You think Ringo's got his little Daco up for Sunny Smiles down there? I mean, she does have a dog. She's a pretty cool chick. I forgot about that, but I remember now. Something about chickens being able to report your crime. Yeah, they just function like NPCs where if they witnessed you committing a crime, they function like courageous NPCs. I think they have like a slider where it's like some NPCs like don't report it because of courage. They might have dropped that after Oblivion, but they should be giving tips to fucking Yandere dev. The chickens would run to the nearest guard, and as soon as the chicken got in speaking range, the guard would become aware of your crimes. This has never happened before. Sunny Smiles is not in the bar. Oh, because I fast traveled. I didn't walk back. Okay.
Hi there. Sticking around Good Springs for a while longer?
Want to play a game of Caravan? Yeah. I'm going to help Ringo take on the Powder Gangers. I might need your help.
Say no more. I'm in.
Just like that?
Just like that. I have a feeling that I'm going to end up fighting those guys one way or another, so I might as well get it over with. Joe Cobb talks about leaving us alone if we hand over Ringo, but I know his type. He and his friends will come after the town eventually. However, between you, me, and Ringo, we aren't exactly a force to be reckoned with. A lot of people around here look up to Trudy. If you could convince Trudy to join us, some of the folks in town might decide to help out as well. I know Easy Pete's got a stock of dynamite somewhere, and Chet just got a shipment of leather armor we could borrow. Talk to them as well. Finally, there's a good chance we'll all end up with extra holes in us. So if Doc Mitchell could cough up some extra stimpacks, that'd be great.
Wes, how does she like her eggs? Fertilized. God damn. Okay, so now we're gonna wrangle up people to murder these. Yeah, thank you, Bob. He had the same idea. All right, you can just ask her like, how am I gonna? Basically, all these questions just tell. She tips you off to a specific, very obvious skill that you can use to get them to help out. So, short on caps. I'm gonna. This is just like a thing where she gives you bobby pins. Okay. Let's go hammer that out so we have them. Waiting. All right. So we can talk to Easy Pete, who's also not fucking here. Jesus Christ, where is everyone? I'm trying to play a game. Please be at your spots, people. Radiant AI, my ass. Easy Pete, hey, we're gonna fucking blow people up.
Howdy. What can Easy Pete do for you?
I hear you've got dynamite. It would help us beat those nasty jerk powder gangers.
Too dangerous. Gonna kill all yourselves if I let you touch it. Better to leave it buried. Safer that way.
Slide him and throw.
Too dangerous. Sorry. Blow yourself up. Blow your neighbor up. Blow the whole town up.
Alright, so he's not going to shell out.
Keep your gun handy if you go poking around some of the abandoned places.
Yeah, thank you. Critters in there. Mud crabs. Terrible creatures. I saw a mud crab the other day.
So you're planning on taking on Joe Cobb's gang. It's a big risk, but I suppose you have to do what you think is right.
You should help me take down those powder gangers. Bullets, explosions, lots of fun. Also, you can also do a sneak one. I don't think I have enough. I could probably take out the powder gang by surprise if I had help. You know, probably. I'd like just teleport right behind them and be like, Omewaru, Shinderu. And then they'd say, Nani, and then, you know, bing, bang, boom.
I was planning on sitting this one out, but for some reason, I can't help but like you. I'm with you. Let me have a word with a few other folks, and I'll see if I can't round up some more members for this militia you're creating. While everyone does own a gun, we could stand to be a little better equipped. The general store probably has what we need in stock.
All right. So we recruited 1 of 4 people, and oh shit. Well, we're not gonna do that just yet, because I need a fucking weapon. I have 5 bullets, and we're about to enter a gunfight. Let's talk to Chet. Oh, and also while people are talking about eggs, I'll just get right on this. I see fried eggs or scrambled. Yeah. I do both. It switches just between, which mood I'm in, and also which dishes I want to clean. It's like, yeah, fried eggs are easier to clean the pan, but more of a pain in the ass to clean the plate. Vice versa for scrambled eggs. And also with cheese on scrambled eggs makes a little difference. I've never been able to get the cheese mixture right with a scrambled egg. It's either like not noticeable and I'm just like, oh, okay, so these are just scrambled eggs that have 2 more calories, like 150 more calories in them. Or the scrambled eggs where I'm like, this is just basically a pile of cheese that's like being melted by an egg.
You must be the one Doc Mitchell was patching up. The way I heard it, I didn't think you'd be walking out of that office. I've got plenty of supplies for sale. Even got some weapon mods and special ammo. Well worth the caps if you ask me. If you're hurting for caps, I've also got boxes of surplus ammo in the miscellaneous section. They're not great, but you get what you pay for.
I just woke up from a short-term near-death coma. First order of business, take out the local gang. Hey, he's got a new lease on life, because, he was a package delivery man before this, and he was probably like, I almost wasted my life. I almost spent my life like it was a Death Stranding game. Like it was the first Stranding type game. My life was the first Stranding type game, and now I'm going to be adventurous. I'm going to have actual plot lines, build a character, and talk to characters who aren't fucking boring as shit, even if the voice actors sound like they are. I need supplies to fight powder gangers.
Now just hold on. I never voted to take on the powder gangers. That's a 1,000 cap investment you're talking about.
Ah, we can't get it.
Right. Just keep me out of it. Is there anything else?
If you side with them and like destroy the town, they spare Chet. He's kind of, but it's almost like implied that he's like a slave who like sells their shit. What do we want? We wanted to buy some shit. We have a whole whopping 118 caps. I'm gonna sell all the ammo, Sunny Smell. Oh no, I can't do that. It's not part of the rules. Well, we want 9mm rounds, so I'm going for all of them. Everything he's got. Give me a 9mm. Put him in the bag. A burp, sorry. Duct tape. So duct tape is one of the rare ingredients too. This game has crafting in it. It's very, very little. And I appreciate that. It's very little, it's very self-explanatory what you need. If you want to be repairing weapons, you need to make a weapon repair kit, which is made up of, I think it's a screwdriver, scrap metal, scrap electronics, and duct tape. And it's like, it makes perfect sense. It's not like Fallout 4, where I'm looking around and it's like, maybe a typewriter will have more screws than this harmonica, and I need screws and I can't see what components break down to it until I break down each component of this thing, but it's going to weigh me down until I get to a place where I can break it down. It's like, I see duct tape. I know that duct tape is one of the 4 components of a weapon repair kit, and I get half-mast. It goes from 6 to midnight, and I'm like, yes, today we repair. Oh, here's what we're going to do. We're also going to be eating, so... Oh, no, we don't want that. We want some meat. Put some meat on our bones. Plasma pistol for... So yeah, this is one of the expansions, by the way. GRA, Gunrunner's Arsenal expansion, which basically is like, they stock vendors with really, really high-end weapons. Mainly, it's weapons that have, like, crazy effects that are absurdly expensive. But then it also, like, in the early game, makes it so it's like, we're already halfway there just from, like, a little bit of side questing. That's a perfect condition, like, high level, like end game sidearm, and it's just like, you can just grab it right now. Otherwise you'd have to like buy this one, you'd have no ammo for it, you have to like grind for repair kits or like find them through other quests and stuff. So it's like, yeah, not crazy about it. I'll take the electronics though. All right, yeah, this dude does not have a whole lot for me. Is that all the 9mm? If he's got bulk, I'll take it. Fuck it. Fuck it. What am I missing? I'm missing stuff in the chat. I'm gonna get in the chat in a second. 9mm round hollow point. He has a single hollow point bullet. Who is he? The fucking cousins from Breaking Bad? Oh, now there's a reference for you. Okay.
Thanks.
Is it worth it to give Chet 1,000 capsium on your side here? No, you can just buy what he gives you actually just from his inventory. Basically, what if you get him with you, he'll give you some leather armor, which is actually like if you're playing any character who basically there's just like light and heavy armor in this game, and there's armor is not a big thing. It's really just like there's light armor, heavy armor, power armor. Heavy armor makes it harder to sneak, but it's a little bit more defensive. Light armor makes it the same. And then it's like, and then there's power armor, which in this game, even though power armor isn't that cool, it's just like a higher damage reduction. The difficulty, there's two ways to get it, and the difficulty of both of them is like so high that it feels like a big reward to get it, even if it's like really not. All right, we're about to. Oh, and also Doc. The last person we can talk to is Doc Mitchell, but all he does is there's no skill check. He just gives you a bunch of stimpacks. And since we can't get stimpacks, we're not going to do it. I'm going to catch up on chat, and I'm going to hit the head, and then we're going to engage in a firefight with some nasty powder gangs. Wait, we're not going to do that. We need to get some implement to smack people in the head with. I need a baseball bat. Where can I find a baseball bat? Do I have one? I really shouldn't have thrown out that machete. All right, we're going to just... You know, I mean, what are rules, really? No. We'll check if Chet has one. I'm about to grab that machete off the floor because I'm like, I don't want to rummage around mailboxes on stream for a fucking melee weapon. I just want one. Weapons. Cleaver. Bang, bang, boom. Thank you, baby.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Yeah, Chet. Gotta cut some meat with that, pal. Get the dynamite. We can't get the dynamite. I'm not using VATS, so I... wait, actually, should I use VATS just to show off the dynamite? Because it is fucking... No. We'll use VATS to show off the dynamite. I'm fine with using VATS for throwing explosives. I'm not going to use it... It's not that good in this game compared to Fallout 3, so I don't feel bad about, like, using VATS. I don't feel like I'm breaking the rules. We're about to fight the Powder Gaggers, which is a bunch of escaped, blasting, convicts who are doing labor... Oh, yeah. Nice, dude. So I'm gonna put that in slot 1. Yeah, so they're gonna be lousy with dynamite, so we'll be loaded up. Okay, we're gonna take a quick intermission, gonna hit the head. See you in a sec. Okay, I'm back. Also, Wes, yes, I do think they recreated that scene. Or maybe he had footage of, like, Mads recreating that scene with, like, someone else, and, like, that's how he got him to be in the game. You never know. Alright. It's time for a ghost town gunfight.
So what's going on? Did Sonny agree to help us?
Sonny's with us. Dude, this dude seems really into Sonny. I should have tried this move in high school. You know, you think of ways to be like, how do I get kind of close to the girl I like? And then you can kind of sort of get in, engage things, kind of talking to her a little bit. Like, I always thought it's like, oh, get involved in the activities she's involved with, or like get in a group project with her. What I should have done is just been like, hey, ask her to help me out in a gunfight in the middle of a western town. I'm already in the western town, easy peasy.
Well, I guess that means we're ready to go. Unless you think there's something else you can do.
Now let's do this.
All right, I'm ready. I hope.
Time to look alive. The powder gangers are here to play.
How many are there?
At least 6. Joe Cobb included. They look pretty mean.
Let's do it.
I'll be set up near the store. Let's hope that the gang doesn't manage to make it that far.
Combat, baby. Oh, there goes Sonny. She faded out of existence. Let's fucking chop people up with a meat cleaver. Where's my gun? There we go. So anyways, I start blasting. The calm before the storm. Pop one of them. Well, he saw me, so it's not going to work. Oh god, there we go. It's all kicking off now. I'm just going for it. Oh shit, that was the wrong button. Oh god! I want that cleaver. I'm gonna do field repairs to the cleaver. I'm gonna chop people up now. Come here, you bitch. Nice to meet you. Like that? Oh god damn. The hot cowboys are here. I was gonna say the hot. Oh, we got his fucking head off. Look at that. His head's off his neck. So we've become vilified by the powder gangers. I'm not very happy with my, well, like that action. And we're idolized by the Good Spring people. So there you go. Alright, now first order of business is finding Joe Cobb, because he has an extremely valuable item on him. And there we go. We now have some dynamite. Dynamite! Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Works for me. And now we're gonna make him gay. Because if you're gay, you get 10% damage to men. Plus, you can have a very important conversations where being gay is helpful. Oh shit, maybe I should do that. No. Okay, here's our loadout now. We're going submachine gun for the sidearm, single shotgun for our main. Hope. Ha! Gay! Oh.
We're both in America, which used to be a good country, until they started letting people like you do whatever you want.
Here, these are technically Crimson Caravan funds, but I know they'll understand.
I was just like, I'm sure I'll hit a random drop and it'll work, but I knew the middle row was all Carl drops, so I just went for it. Alright. Didn't you say something earlier about not being able to pay me, Ringo?
I did have what was left of the Crimson Caravan money, but I wasn't sure if it was my right to just give it away. I owe you more than that, though, so look me up at the Crimson Caravan camp up in New Vegas if you ever visit.
Oh, so he heard that we're gay. If you're ever in New Vegas, you know, the lights, the bars, just hit me up outside the Crimson Caravan Company. There we go. Okay, we're only doing five explosives total. That sounds like a reasonable amount, yeah? For a human to carry. I remember I looked at the Aqua Teen Hunger Force description back when I had cable. It was food items solve crimes. That sounds about right. I I don't know what to make of that show. I don't know what to make of it at all. All right, I think that's it for me. We're gonna repair the shotgun, and that's just common sense. And then we're gonna clear out the schoolhouse, as was tipped off, but I skipped the dialogue because it was fucking boring. And then we're gonna ship out of town. I think this is a good build. I don't think we want to do a strength one today. Tell you what, we'll do a strength pacifist, a 0 intelligence strength pacifist, no speech, no barter run of the game, and see what happens. Well, I mean, that won't work because the final boss has to be beat with either speech or barter or murdering him. So I guess we just won't beat the game. We'll just beat Dead Money. Which I'll go for it. Dead Money is my favorite DLC of this game, even though I think most people it's their least favorite. My least favorite is for sure the one set in the Zion National Park. I mean, it's just like, I don't even know what I'm supposed to be getting out of this. Whatever it was, I didn't. The tribal stuff in Fallout has never really gripped me in the way the other elements of it have. So, yeah. Maybe like the whole tribal thing in that one, I never really... Oh, I don't have enough lockpick skill. I have enough hacking skill. Well, yeah, those can be solved via meat cleaver. We're actually going to find... I'll make you a promise. We'll find it tonight. We're going to find the rare meat cleaver in the game. It's like the first unique weapon you can find in the game, but it does bonus limb damage. How do you like that? So here's the hacking mini game. Hated by, I think, everyone. It's very easy to cheese. It's tedious to play correctly, but we're gonna do it. Wearing. 5 out of 7 correct. Alright, we're already off to a good start. So never mind, what was I saying? It's great to play. Hearing all of them match except for... Dude, see, like, this is why this is terrible. It's something-ing. No. 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 Dude, this is just the worst. This is dead air. This is a terrible... I wish there were more comments to catch up on now while I just scroll through Seeking, right? No, there's 3 missing from that too. What the... That's all of it. That's everything. Meat me cleaver, meat cleaver. You missed it. It's sparing. Spare... Oh, yeah, you're right. Thank you. See, that's the thing. It's a group effort. Just like real-life hacking. You know, team players. There's no I in team. But there is in victory. And decimation. And annihilation. Oh, maybe we should actually raid the thing we just unlocked instead of just walking out. Have you ever done that? Because I have done that. On at least 2 occasions. I've just, ooh. We'll see how he stacks up to the meat cleaver. So at this point now, it's like, yeah, we have enough stealth boys to probably sneak to New Vegas. Am I gonna do it? No. Especially not with no health. No health items. Let's see how this sledgehammer looks. DPS 27. Team. See you. There you go. Alright, now, per the instructions of the lovely... When you hack, you should have a sound clip from Matrix of Neo. I actually do have a hacking sound clip. I hope I'm hitting the right one. I think it's this.
Okay, I'm gonna use my computer to make their computers mess up and be bad.
So I thought that one was all right. So I went with that one. Wait, I think I have another one.
Us happy because bad guy's computer sad.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, why am I doing this? Okay. So yeah. I feel like there was other things I could have explained about this game that I forgot. Oh, one other rule that I forgot to say. If you raise your luck extremely high, you can you can turn the odds of blackjack in the casinos to your favor. So you can get thrown out of every casino in the game. This guy's a little fucker, by the way.
Hello? Can you help me?
He's starting to believe. Sorry, I got my own problems.
I could pay you.
50 caps where I
I'll
walk.
give you whatever you want. Just hurry.
Okay.
Fine. Just...
We're not gonna help him. He has a little side quest. He sends you walking up there to go save his wife, who's in a bunch of danger. And then when you get to the top, there is no wife, and he's like, "Yeah, I just wanted you to clear out the monsters, and I'm going to kill you." But hey, this is a game where you can kill every single character in the game. Now I don't trust this person's intentions, so we're just gonna, pop his head off with a sledgehammer, just real clean, like real smooth, like. That's it for Barton Thorne, and now I'm up a bunch of ammo. You could smash his body some more. Yeah, just a little bit more. There we go. Okay, all right. Wes, yeah, you read my mind. Hit him in the back of the head with a sledgehammer. Although, if I was doing it in real life, I'd probably come at him from above with the sledgehammer. We really did not let gravity work with us. All right, I'm good. I like this build. We'll put more points into melee, especially with the 3-weapon rule. And I'm happy with an Asian with a Fu Manchu. What's the build you go with? You can probably guess. Yeah, get on news. Yes, Slip's character is gay. Yeah, Chang is gay. Chang is canon gay. We have not confirmed if he is also seductive to the opposite sex. You can do that too. But I'm going to tell you right now, the Powder Gangers, your first main enemies in the game, and Caesar's Legion, who we'll be fighting against because we're not siding with them, pretty much all dudes. For obvious reasons. Oh shit. We're going to do a little combat encounter here, and I'm going to show you some tricks. Did I miss it? I think I walked... Oh, shit. I'm about to beat this little gecko to death with a sledgehammer. Get the fuck out of here. Got him. This is better with the HUD. Bisexual is a power build. No. Gay is a power build. Dude, because you get the 10% damage bonus, and then you get speech checks, like special speech options. All the gay special options are fucking... they're great. They're extremely helpful stuff. They can unlock partners that you'd otherwise have to jump through a bunch of hoops for just right away. Or you can get a repair shop really... There we go! That's why explosives are fun. Oh, I just love it. Oh, you would like the fuse? Oh, there we go. Oh, there goes his limbs. The first time I tried a run of this, it was actually my first stream ever, or second, I guess. I did a test one once. I threw a grenade and they actually have little mines all over here. I might have blown them up this time too. But it landed right on the mines while the guy was sitting in his chair, and it detonated all the mines around him, and it just was an explosion of blood. It was so great. I think we're good. The powder charges have no fuse on them, so I'm very scared. But also, this is where you get bad karma for stealing from... Shit! I got it. That was a bomb. We're gonna get some more bad karma for looting the murderous gangster's ammo. Is bisexual an option? Yeah, well, I guess just getting both. Either you're bisexual or you're forcing yourself to be so tactfully that it works. But yeah, so... Because and you can do the opposite as a woman. But I think just in general in this game, being interested in women is the low IQ play. If you're a woman and you're interested in men, you can have the most hilarious sequence ever, which probably, even if you haven't played this game, you're at least a bit familiar with, where you can find Checkered Suit Benny, if you're a lady, and convince him to fuck you, and then after you fuck him, you can strangle him to death in his bed. Such a good... The quest where you finally confront Benny, I had no idea the first time. I did it the way that seemed like I was supposed to do it, and I was in the Fallout 3 mindset. Bad karma from stealing from a murderous game. Yeah. I'm sure they just didn't check a box on those items. Of all the items in the world in this game, I'm sure it was just a box in the corner of the screen that it's owned by a good NPC, and they were they left it checked when they dropped the items in there. They probably copied it from this base right here, pulled them down there, and that was that. We are about to steal from some good people. I guess the NCR is not good. none of the factions in this game are really good, which I like. But I also like that it's not like so ambiguous. It's like Caesar's Legion is obviously bad.
Prim is off
I mean,
limits.
people can make excuses for like why it's like, oh, but they have like the strong will to like. I've seen people talking about that. I'm gonna take care of myself.
It's your ass. Don't say you weren't warned.
Stealing is always wrong, Dave. No exceptions. I agree. How would you have felt if while you were playing, while you were going to the, after you were driving home from the store, when you bought Death Stranding, someone robbed you and took your copy of Death Stranding and you missed out? I don't know why they kept karma in this game, especially when they have the reputation system and also nuanced writing. Like, why? Or not, I guess. Nuanced world building and factions. Right? I don't want to talk the writing up like it's something like super amazing. I'm just like, it's competent, and that's all I needed for a game of this scale. The timers on the mines are actually dictated by your knowledge of explosives. But I wish they made it like, if you didn't have any knowledge of explosives, like if you were below 50, they just blew up immediately. Like, I would have liked that. That's my hard RPG element side coming out. Oh, I don't have any long range weapons. Fuck. About to have to smoke some motherfuckers.
You like that?
Oh shit, that didn't work. Yeah, why are we using guns? Hit him with a sledgehammer. Oh god, he ducked to pick the thing up. Oh my god, we're in trouble. Okay, there we go. Come and get me, bitch. Come on down. Confucius say, 2 wrongs don't make a right, but 3 lefts do. Oh, blast. What if I'm stealing back what was stolen from me? It was wrong. Like, it's like bike cuck. Like, they got more happiness from taking it from you than you had by having it. Like, how do you... Oh, I don't need a stim pack. Oh, awesome. Okay. I mean, it's not like we're gonna sell it, but... Yeah. Oh, Super Stimpack. Super Stimpack debuff. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I'll have to look it up later.
I don't know what it was brought you to Prim, youngster, but you might want to rethink your plans. Town's gone to hell.
Wanna play? We picked it up. We picked it up from Ringo, just being a dumbass. Who are you?
Johnson Nash is my name. Husband to Ruby Nash. Lived in Prim going on 8 years now, thick and thin. I'm a trader primarily, for what it's worth with things like they are. I also run the local Mojave Express outpost.
I'm a courier with the Mojave Express. This exchange is so weird to me, by the way, the whole thing.
Hard to say.
I lost a package I was supposed to deliver. Like, what? You were shot in the head and got stolen from you. And now you're reporting to a guy who's not really your boss. He's just like an arm of the agency you used to work for, who's like currently in like a city invasion scenario by like ex-cons. I guess they're currently cons. Like, and you're telling him about how you lost a package?
I'll tell you whatever I can. You have a delivery order?
That's dedication.
Oh, so you're talking about one of them packages. That job had strange written all over it, but we couldn't turn down the caps.
What was strange about it?
That cowboy robot had us hire 6 couriers. Each was carrying something a little different. Pair of dice, chess piece, that kind of stuff. Last word I have from the office, it looked like payment had been received for the other 5 jobs. Guess it was just your chip that didn't make it. First deadbeat we hired to do the job canceled. Hope a storm from the divide skins him alive. Well, that's where you came.
I think that's added dialogue. It's foreshadowing the plotline of the final DLC for this game. Some men stole my package. A guy who sounded like that guy from Friends in a checkered suit, but like he stopped giving a shit. Did they pass this way?
Well, now that you mentioned it, a few nights back, one of the townies was out scavenging for supplies.
Townies, a gentleman who lives in town.
He said he saw a fellow with a daisy suit come through with some of them Great Con misfits. They was talking about a chip.
It was Doritos flavored. One of those men shot me right in my fucking head. Yeah, you can still see the bandage, I'm sure. I'm probably bleeding from it, from running and being in a gunfight and my heartbeat being up. I need to know the best way to get to them.
Well, for that, your best bet is going to be talking to Deputy Beagle. Since they came to town, he was keeping a good bit of notes on them, and he was slinking around Bison Steve when your pretty boy friend came through. He may have heard where they were going.
All right.
Don't go getting yourself shot.
Well, for the moment, night has fallen on our first day in Fallout New Vegas, so I'm gonna find a place to sleep. Because I need some health. I need my health back. I thought there were cots in here. Well, there definitely are across the bridge. We go for that. I like the cowboy robot.
Please.
Like, who does he think he's fooling? Who does he think he's fooling with the hat? Don't judge, Bob. Nash, yeah. A pretty boy, you say. Fella in a daisy suit. Yeah, he strikes me. He's like the caricature of like the southern guy who doesn't like gay people, but is like super flaming. They did it in Veep too. I don't know if maybe it's just because of where I live. I've never run into a person like that in real life. So I always feel like I'm like, oh, this is like a TV character. But they did that in Veep, and it was in one of the good seasons of Veep, and by that I mean not the last one, because they're all amazing except the last one. But I was like, this seems like really cartoony for the show. Like, this is very over the top. You better speedrun Fisto. Oh, we're doing Fisto. You better believe we're doing Fisto. I sleep. Probably, I mean, I'm about to... Honestly, in a stressful situation like this, where it's like I'm about to do a raid on a hotel held out by murderers, I probably have trouble sleeping. You know, when I was a kid, I had trouble sleeping before Christmas. But, yeah, I had the thing a while back where it's like, I'd be stressed about something the next day. Couldn't fall asleep until it was like really late at night, and then by the time I did fall asleep, I like couldn't wake up because I was like, oh, I was up so late and I was so stressed that I just like laid in bed and tossed and turned. And then when I finally fell asleep, I was like so relaxed that I couldn't get up. Forgot about Fisto. I wish it had stayed forgotten. Why? Fisto is programmed for your pleasure. Although the guy delivering Fisto to the guy like has some of the like some of my favorite writing in the game, where he's like, and does he come with a manual? No, figuring it out with trial and error. That's better. The Fisto plot. It's so great. I just love stuff like that. Why do I still have this gun? The single shot shotgun is the fucking... So, yeah, we should have gone for strength, because everything that's good is not a firearm. Also, dude, you guys should not be standing next to each other. Nerf this. Boom.
Had enough?
Oh, wait, what? Oh, I accidentally opened the console. No. That was a good one. Mr. Fisto 69. I have no idea who Fisto is. Oh, you'll come to learn. There's a plot line when you get to the city outside New Vegas, which is a wretched hive of scum and villainy. You can go into the employ of the local like shitty non-Vegas casino out there. We got him. His head exploded. I think we're safe. But when you're with them, you can go debt collecting, and you can also help recruit. You can like start pimping, like start recruiting people. But the guy who runs the casino, not so subtly, has a thing for creatures of the robotic persuasion. So he's like, when you're looking for people to when you're looking for new prazzies for me, I have a customer, a high-paying customer, whose name must remain anonymous, who is a robosexual, and then you can like kind of go around town and everyone fucks with you and laughs at you for like you're looking for a robot prostitute, but then you finally find him and Fisto comes out of his chamber and and the rest is history. Because also the reveal of what robot they made the sex robot is like the best part. Because it's like you see it and you're like, how would this ever work for anyone? It's so good. That robot-loving degenerate will love him. Oh, yes, he will. Robots of the night, if you will. Yes, the Fisto chamber. Yeah, when he steps out. Oh, there's a really good gun in this room, by the way. I really wish I had, like, a sniping weapon. Oh! I take that back. I do have a sniping weapon, and these steady hands, baby. Oh, shit. Something fucking exploded. That's not a good sign. Oh, fuck. Need my light on. There we go. Hit him. Hit this cowboy while he nonchalantly stands there. Escaped convict leader. Where's your fucking weapon? Did you break it? Oh shit, fucking skull flew out. I don't know if you saw that shit. God, why do we not do a melee build? It's working so much better than the weapons. Alright. Let me just pick through the... Yeah, there we go. The incinerator. Alright. And that's an energy weapon. Yeah, there we go. There's another fire charge drop. Single shotgun drop. Bow. Bow, bow. Nope. That's supposed to be 1. I hear 4. Assume the position. The human tornado. Yeah, I can't wait. It's not too far off. We'll get to Fisto pretty soon. Dude, I kind of want to just do like this whole game, like every expansion and everything. It's for sure my favorite game, and it's been a long time since I played it. I've never done the challenge run through like, I've done the challenge run to like end of the main game, but I've never done it for, you know, expansions and stuff. And some of the expansions are really, really good.
I don't suppose you came here to rescue me. I'd cross my fingers, but my hands are numb.
With all the body parts and blood flying, it gives a whole new meaning to Red Cyclone. There was one part I remember playing this game in front of my my younger cousins, who we'd always play like video games together when they stopped by. I only see them like 2 or 3 times a year, even though I didn't live too far away. And I remember like one time I was like, they were starting to be like, we're allowed to play M games now. Our mom said we're allowed to play M games. And I put on Fallout New Vegas, and like the first thing that happened was we were in a combat, and I shot someone point blank with a shotgun with the bloody mess perk, and the game like froze like right when it happened, and like it was like as the body like exploded into a pile of gore, but the like eye giblets, like the separate eye objects, were still like right where the eyes were, and the game like froze there for a second, and then it resumed, and it was super loud, and just like the gore flew everywhere over the room, and they were like, oh my god, these M games are better than I could have possibly imagined. And I was like, this is just the power of fucking glitchy ass software getting used in the late 360 era. You must be Deputy Bugle.
Why, yes, I am.
Bugle.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm in a bit of a predicament here. I'd be most appreciative if you'd set me free.
I'm just gonna set him free. There's like an annoying thing where you can like kind of try to get information before you let him free.
Oh, that's just marvelous. I think I'll be making my way outside.
I'm not gonna waste the time. Deputy Bugle's kind of funny. Sheriff Slim is my favorite sheriff. Yes, he is. We're not gonna be doing the sheriff quests because I'm not gonna be doing science, so he can't get Slim. So why would I do that? Why would I do that quest?
Why,
he's the whole point.
I'd never let you find my kidnappers with my help, but without it.
We'll talk to him though. But yeah, after we've rescued the town, there's like a side quest to find a new sheriff for the town. And there's 3 possible candidates, and one of them is the robot with the cowboy hat in the lobby of that building that we were in. Which is like horribly impractical, because he walks like a mile a year. But yeah, it's pretty funny, because he's a shitty little robot, and he talks exactly the same as the other ones, but he like appends like howdy and partner onto the end of the stuff he says. And he's great.
Well, that was quite an adventure. We taught those convicts a thing or two, didn't we? Breaking myself out of a hostage situation, not to diminish your role in it, of course, but it was quite thrilling. Problem is, there's still no law in Prim. What are we to do the next time ruffians menace us and hold us hostage?
Just assume the position, Deputy Beagle. Tell me about that man in the checkered suit who came through here.
Ah, yes. My memory is much clearer now that I'm free from my bondage. I was performing recon, gathering information on some of the powder gangers, when some great cons arrived with your friend in the suit. They were talking about some delivery they took from a courier. I assume that was you? They said they'd be heading through Nipton to Novak to meet a contact there.
Wait, Wes, I'm gonna see if I still have... I don't think I do.
We're both in a...
No, I don't have any Bane drops left, damn it. Tell me about Bane. Why does he wear the mask?
Hello again. I don't suppose you've decided to help Prim find its next sheriff?
What are you talking about? You're the sheriff now.
Oh, no. I'm just the deputy, and I can't be a deputy without a sheriff. It's called chain of
His eyes
command.
look fucked up. Am I seeing things? His eyes look fucked up. They looked fucked up in the last conversation, too. Why? It's weirding me out. This is not normal. I don't recognize this. What are the qualifications for a sheriff?
It should be someone brave like you, but more of a homebody. Someone who'll settle down and watch over us. I heard the powder gangers talking about someone in the prison named Myers who has some experience as a sheriff. He may be a good choice. Also, with the NCR so close by, you may be able to get them to take over the town. Not sure why they haven't helped out already.
Wes says, not just bondage, gay bondage. I will help bring law and order to Prim.
You will? That's just marvelous. I'll start thinking up questions for the interview. The sheriff that was incarcerated up at NCRCF may be a good choice. You also may be able to convince that NCR guy across the road to take the town under his wing. Although martial law doesn't sound so fun.
So yeah, those are your three options. They give you the two. You can either go to the prison facility and have a big action sequence, which I'm not ready for right now. We'll go back there and probably finish that. And then you get yourself a cowboy sheriff. Pretty cool dude. It's funny because like he's not affiliated with their gang. So you like go through the prison and you're just like wiping people out, and he's just like walking around in the area like as bullets fly. He doesn't engage at all. He just like sits at a table and eats his food, and it's like it has the unintended effect of making him seem much more cooler than his character like should be or is or was programmed to be. He just seems like a guy who's like, oh yeah, guess I'm getting busted out of prison, and like you're shooting 100 convicts who have like taken out the prison. Well, he just like sits there and eats his lunch like, yeah, I'll let him finish up, then we'll go and I'll be the sheriff again. You can also meet up with these guys and like the NCR will take it under their wing. It's just like a big like back and forth quest where it's like, oh, did you finish a quest at this area and this area, and they're all kind of unrelated. But then there's the robot, Prim Slim. Oh shit, I forgot to... I'm healing, by the way. There we go. We did it with the bed, so I didn't cheat.
Hey.
Alright. So he said they went through Nipton. Boy howdy. I think it's time we headed down to Nipton. Oh, we'll talk to the Prim Slim. He's a good guy. Now I want to see some action. We'll come back to him. We'll come back here. Especially since I'm doing fast travel again. Oh, also look at that texture repeating. I like that. It makes me confident in my own game design abilities. How's the sound, by the way? Is the game too loud? The Arkham drinking game was for sure too loud. I listened to like a little bit of it back and I was like, this is way too fucking loud. Okay, now I'm listening to it now. Here, let me fire a gun in the air or something. This looks pretty loud. I'm nervous now. Has this been way too loud? Okay. Okay, Bob says sounds fine. Okay, I'm very nervous about it because everyone said the Arkham one sounded fine and I was listening back to it and I was like, my own audio is like nothing compared to like Hugo Strange coming over the speakers. I can't hear myself when he talks, so I was nervous about it. All right, yeah, I think it looks pretty good though. You want to talk about loud? You can see my VOD. Dude, I've been meaning to watch your VOD. I felt bad that I missed out on it. Oh, we're too far away. Because I was like, oh, a weird CD-ROM game. If I had a weird CD-ROM game, there's only two I can think of, and it actually blew my mind because I think Dave, didn't you talk about the Frogger on like PC, like PS1? I think that was you who did that, but it was like when I first discovered your channel, and it had just been in my mind the other day. The Frogger game, and I was like, I remember when I was like a little kid, I played this like weird top-down Frogger game. Yeah, Dave reviewed Frogger. Yeah, and it was like the day I remembered it was like the day I subbed to his channel, and then it was like just popped up right there, and I was like, the fuck, that's weird. So yeah, it was cool. It's not anything like deeper than that. It's not that amazing. I don't need to go crazy over it, but yeah. It was a cool coincidence. But yeah, mine would be that and Sim Theme Park, also called we got it. Also called Theme Park World. Good little game. I would actually really like to play that one again. Yeah, I reviewed Frogger on PS1. It was also on PC. Apparently, it's one of the best-selling PS1 games. Has a bit of a cult following. I hate it. Yeah, I remembered hating it. It was. Oh shit, a ghoul? What the fuck are you doing out here? Also, we're not going to clear that building, but in there is the best early game unarmed weapon. So if you have like if you started the game and instead of when you get your first perk, also perks are every other level in this game. That's why we didn't get one at level 3 back there. If you start this game and you choose unarmed, the smartest play is not to become a gay. It's to go for like the one that gives you like bonus, like a flat bonus of 5 damage, like all unarmed weapons. Also, eat this, bitch. See, this is why I like explosives. We've had like a 20% to hit on all dynamite, and they've all hit. We've never missed with the dynamite because of the splash damage. It's like you give a 20% chance to hit if like hit them like dead on, like it lands on their nutsack, which it does happen sometimes. It's pretty hilarious. Where it like lands, if you get the 100% one, it lands immediately between their 2 legs, and then they just like explode in a cloud of blood. The smart play is not to become a gay. Yeah, if you're doing a melee, I stand by that. If you're doing a ranged build, you gotta find those chemicals that they're putting in the frog water, get them in yourself, make yourself a gay, and get yourself that 10% damage bonus to almost, yeah, why I'll never get accepted to HEDQ. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen. I mean, that guy, I watched that stream where the guy did Jack and Daxter, and like they were just joking around, and he got banned for like they never explained it. It was just like they were like, oh, he was like joking about like I don't know. The implication was like that he was like undermining the sincerity of the event by like joking around about everything or something. I'm like, he didn't say anything offensive, or like as far as I could tell, he like made fun of a couple like old celebrities. I'm like, what? And he got banned for that. But yeah, Bonesaw's Jack and Daxter stream, I remember it being pretty funny. The tribunal is coming, slip.
Over here.
Over here? Who said over here? Oh, I just unwittingly brought death to this caravan. Because there's a bunch of giant scorpions at that gas station. I think I aggroed them. But there's also like trading merchants coming down here. I think I just like made the merchants. Well, if they died, I'm gonna loot them. Let's go see what happened. Yeah. That's only if you go melee, you know. Otherwise, tactical gayness. You gotta become a tactical gay. I mean, if I want to avoid being banned, what I do is just make a woman character. Because you get mostly the same effects. You don't get the same dialogue effects. You get different dialogue effects, but I'd just be like, for this run, you be a straight woman. I'd preface it with unfortunately, so that they wouldn't, you know, like raise an eyebrow, and then later hear me like saying other things and like using drops like
show their tits.
So then I'd be in trouble for that, or like say something like I press a drop button and it's like
It don't matter. None of this matters.
Well, that one's fine, I guess. Here's a giant. So I'm actually curious how they modeled this, because it kind of looks like they just took the character models and like change. I don't know. It just is weird. There's just something weird about this one to me. Alright guys, for this speed run, hi, this is Slipmaker here. We're doing another speed run of Fallout New Vegas. Wait, maybe I could do like a Wes impression. Like we're doing a recommended playing. Like, it's recommended playing, covering all achievements, Fallout New Vegas. Once you hit level 2, one thing is important. Do not become a gay. I'm sorry, Wes, that's the best I could do. Oh hey, it's Major Knight. Major Knight in shining armor.
Caravan, citizen, pilgrim, or...
Citizen, I guess.
Just need something for the logbook, keeping tabs on traffic throughout the outpost. Although mostly just in, not out these days. If you're looking for the commanding officer, he's in the back. Although, he's got a lot on his plate, so if you speak with him, keep it short. Also, if you need any gear checked, we can get you up and running again. Once you fill out the work orders and sign for the parts, of course.
Here's a gay option. You didn't tell me your name. The HUD did, but you didn't.
Oh, Knight. You must not be from around here.
Long
If
night.
So, doesn't do to get too friendly.
Something wrong with asking your name?
This isn't the Republic. Oddly enough, Legion's a little more forgiving about friendships. Out here, it's not as accepted. Not that I mind being friends, it's just being open about it in the outpost. Well, I have to work here.
So is that a no, you don't want to be friends? Or...
I would.
These are the lines I
Perhaps
used on my
another
girlfriend,
time.
by the way.
When my orders take me to Vegas, perhaps.
Just flipped it to be
Wish
straight.
things were different, but might take some time.
Worked out just
If you
as
need
well.
something repaired, let me know. I can sign the
She
work
repaired stuff for me.
As long as caps change
She was like, "Oh,
hands,
can I fix your
put
car?"
them back in yours. Let me sign off on the work order for you then.
All right, there we go. We now have access to super cheap repairs. Not that anything really needs it right now. Or, well, it's super cheap, but we still don't have enough money to repair the fucking incinerator. Like one of the rare late game weapons you're just supposed to break after fucking around with it. This is Wes I'm trying to read Bob's thing. This is Wes with recommended playing with a step-by-step guide to how to beat Fallout New Vegas. The first thing we do, be gay. Don't question it. I'm just thinking of the killing Ronald part. It's like, unfortunately, you've reached level 2. It's not an option. You have to be gay.
Hey.
And it has to be you. You have to be gay now. The guide doesn't work if you're not gay. Okay, oh, we were going to talk... Speaking of characters who are not gay, here's Rachel
Looks like
Jackson.
we got a new visitor in the old Brahmin pen. Not many people coming here in a hurry, only passing through. And if you're passing through, you picked a bad time. Road north has gone to hell, and if I let a caravan through... they
You do
won't
have to
make
kill Ronald. No one doubts that. I don't understand why these weeb games seem to have romance options. Yeah, that's... if you're wondering, there's only one other character you can have a deeper romance with in this entire game, and his name is Fisto. It is really like scamming people. Like all the dialogue options are like there's nothing like the stupid shit in Fallout 4 where it's like, well, the players are going to be walking around with Piper for a lot, or walking around with Nick, the robot detective, for a lot. They're probably going to want to scissor him. Like, And then, like, if you've played with them long enough, it's like, oh, you did things that they liked. Now you can press a button that's like, do you want a romance? And then they'll be like, yes, now we're dating. And it's like, nothing happens. Like, every romance option in this game is a scam. Like, it's all just a scam. Like, you're just, it's your character using sexuality to exploit lonely gays. Or, I mean, I guess, like, lonely other sexualities, depending on your build. But, like, we want that extra 10% damage against men, because 90% of the enemies are men. So, like, lonely gays working under Ranger Jackson, but not in the way you hoped. I'm sorry. We're getting our cheap repairs, and we're going to come back and get some more. All right, sorry. I got really distracted there, really sidetracked. You seem like you have enough soldiers.
Soldiers, no. Recruits, yes. And the Mojave outpost has been ordered to have a standing force at the NCR perimeter at all times.
We'll never be at AGDQ.
So sending
I'm sorry.
anyone out reduces the outpost's numbers and would be in direct violation of my orders from back west.
The deepest romance, like really deep in there, then not so deep, then deep again, over and over. Bob is saying, I hope you're picking up what I'm putting down. And I think you did, because I'm not subtle about it. You sound frustrated, Ranger Jackson, and not in the way Major Knight was.
Frustrated? No, I have my orders. Signed and approved all the way up the chain from Kimball. And I understand the reasons. The outpost isn't a Legion target, yet. Not like Vegas or the Dam. But if the caravans get choked here, that's gonna bite NCR hard. Anyway...
If caravans get choked here, my neck's gonna clip through my outfits more.
Just feel like more requisition forms and daily reports come across my desk than results.
Any way I could help you out? Not in a Major Knight way.
Help? No, look, I appreciate... you know what? Yes, I could use the help. You look like you can handle yourself. I need to get the caravans moving again. That means clearing a path north. There's too much crawling the asphalt up the road to allow it.
Oh, in the asphalt. Okay, yeah, I can do this mission then.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Come back here when you're done. I might accidentally lose some supplies to pay you with.
Oh, he's about to lose some supplies in me, alright. Okay, alright, now we have to stop. I'm saying someone took it too far, and I'm not saying that it was myself. What do you mean by this? Okay, this has to stop. I have to go to the bathroom. I'm gonna do a brief intermission. Put in the comments what I could possibly do to maintain my account on Twitch after the stream. Thank God our viewership is down. Okay, we'll be back in a minute. All right, I'm back. Oh, damn it. I realized OBS doesn't cut the... it doesn't cut the music, the background music in Fallout. So you had awkwardly background music of Fallout playing. It used to do that.
And your eyes are good.
Wait, sorry. It used to, like, my OBS setup used to cut all audio and just play the background music, and now I can't get it to work when I switch the intermission. I just can't do it. It like always keeps the settings of whatever the last thing was. It's pissing me off because it worked perfect for setup. Anyways, hey, what's up, Ben?
Stop yelling.
All right, sorry. Hold. I forgot.
I think there's trouble in Nipton. No traffic from there on the roads.
The intermission
While
music
I can
was
explain
louder.
that away, the smoke from the town I can't. I'm sure it's been hit. What I need to know is if they survived it. Might be powder gangers with all that smoke in the air. If there's anybody left, they'd be in the Nipton
There are
town
powder
hall.
gangers left?
Go there. Check it out. Let me know what you find.
I'll do it.
All right. Look at you. All fired up and ready to go. Wish the others around here had that kind of attitude. Listen, I don't want you getting killed for this. So if you head there and run into trouble, I'm asking for eyes and ears, not your life. All right?
All right, I'll be going.
Mind yourself on the plank going down.
Oh yes, there's a pretty clever little thing here where depending on your stealth skill, like how you walk up this plank, changes how she addresses you. But since the stealth boys change your stealth value by making you invisible, they also boost your stealth up by like 100. So if you use a stealth boy and walk up that ramp, even at like level 1, you can get the dialogue option for like, oh my god, you're the master of sneaking and you were able to get up here just fucking fine. All right. All ran ready to go. Yeah. Excited ranger. Okay. All right. I'm gonna call it because I'm yelling and upsetting the others in the home. So that's gonna be it. It's gonna be it for now. But we'll return with more Fallout New Vegas. I had a great time with this. Until then.
Now I'm going back to sleep. Goodbye!